folks, and welcome back to the last Starship. Last time we left off, we're over here. Oh, we're taking some damage. Look at this going on. We're in a lightning and meteor storm, trying to gather up enough of this gas. Taking a look here real fast. I'm going to pause it real fast. Look at the Stargate. We need 19 more of these to be able to finish it up. We already did the first one. So if we take a look here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're almost there. We don't got that much more to go, but we still need to do it. So we'll get there eventually. Hopefully the ship is A-okay. I should look at the area here. We have more than enough bullets to keep going, so we're all right with that. And luckily we do have drones that are able to help us out here a bit. Ooh. That's a problem right there. All right, so EMP disabled something. It looks like we have a injured or broken or something going on with that. Okay, that's not good, but hopefully we'll get that all fixed up. We just need to wait it out basically, so hopefully we'll get that going. We just need to wait for this green line to move up, and then engine fire will stop. God help us. We allow it going on. We also have this one here where we had this that ship that absolutely wrecked us, and I want to make a new ship. We lost our main offensive weapon, so we're gonna go and make a ship. Luckily, our whatchamacallit, what ship is this? This is the Temptress, is back where the Stargate is, which also happens to be a ship place. So we're gonna fabricate a ship here. I want to make a brand new ship if possible, so I might just go in and, ooh, that's kind of fancy. I like that, the look of that. And it's 1.1 mil. Okay, let's buy that. All right, so the game is paused right now, which is good. We're gonna go in and I want to outfit this whole thing here. So we're gonna go in editor. Now it should let me load up all the equipment that I want to have, right? I think. I'm not really sure how this works, so we'll figure it out together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We'll put a huge tank right over there. Get a loader. Put there. Need some engines. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Thrusters. One, 2, 3, 4. Get one on the back here. Yeah, we can. Heck yeah. Boom, boom, boom. I suppose we should probably put some more like over here, because these are areas that don't really matter all that much. And then maybe we'll have some stuff going back here like so. All right. So we need to do oxygen stuff next. So we're going to need an air duct. And I think we're going to have that stuff exist in this area, or I could potentially do this in a smaller area. I kind of want to keep... So there's big open areas here. I want to make basically this whole broadside, both sides, just weapons. And then just put some more powerful, like maybe some railguns up there, but cannons all across the side, just ready to rock and roll. So that means this middle area over here can be where all of the other industry for our particular ship rests at. So we'll do that. Get another huge tank in here because we can. Let's just put that there. We need an oxygen loader. Okay. I want a CO2 scrubber. I'll put that on the other wall, I guess. Put it right there. We'll get another huge tank because we can. And then what was the other oxygen thing? Oxygen maker? Is that what it is? Nope, not that. Well, let me do this real fast. Let's get our weapon control center set up. They're just going to exist through the middle of the ship, so probably around here. I'll just set them all up. Boom. Boom, 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 and boom. That's a lot. What else do we have that we can do stuff with here? Not looking to fabricate anything right now. Air reprocessor, that's what I needed. And that can go right there, and then we can shoot the oxygen over. Okay, that's all well and good. Storage. So I'm just going to say that the middle of the ship is just going to be loaded up with storage crates galore. Boom. We'll do a small storage crate over here and there, and that's just going to be allow us to get food. We need a tank for water as well. Do I want a huge tank for the water? Sure, why not? All right, we got that. All of that stuff's there. Okay. Let's go in. We need cannons. All right, that whole area is outfitted there. Guess we'll have to put some more over here. And I guess we'll not put any in the backs. We need some Gatling guns. And can I put those here or no? No, I can't. Okay, poopy. All right, so they're going to exist on the sides here. Guess we'll have them facing forward as well, just for funsies. And we could have it facing backwards, maybe? Please? Please, 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 please. Nope. Okay, that's fine. We'll get another set here, I guess. We'll get some more cannons. And I'm assuming we're going to have to fly around a bit to find all the places that we can use this at, but that's okay. There we go. And then what is the rail? Is that what they call it? Yeah, railgun. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's going to be quite the ship to have to deal with for them. I think we can clear out some of this area if we want to make that into floors and then do even more stuff, but I'm cool with all of that. So let's go ahead and buy all available. That's going to cost $1.6 million. And then I guess we'll need some crew and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get crew. I'm not worried about the weapons officers yet. We'll get there. Get some water, some oxygen. Food. And then in our defense area, I want to buy all of the things. And the munitions bench, I want to see how we can do that. I just don't know how to do that quite yet, but we'll get there. Oh, I also need to buy fuel. All right, and while all that gets started, then we can start playing with cables and getting all of that stuff established. I also really need to check on our other ship. It's still alive, but I don't know how alive, and it's also done its job. It better be done its job at this point. So hopefully we don't have to worry about that, but we will go back and investigate all of that here real soon. All right, right, we're gonna run just that cable all the way down here. I guess we'll just go the length of the ship with this one. All the way out to there. Then we can just branch it over. We'll bring these guys up. Boom, boom, boom. There's so much room for activities on this ship right now. I'm actually kind of excited to play with this one and see what we can all do here. All right, so we need to hook up these guys and this guy. All right, and then we brought that power cable all the way through here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the same thing, just on the other side. Connect them up here. I think I was one off, but that's okay. Normally, that level of not being equal would bother me very, very much. But right now, it's okay. We're just trying to get this thing established, and we don't know if this thing's actually going to work or not. But my plan here is, if I can, I don't know how to save ships because I've never really built my own ships in a meaningful way in this game. But if I can, I'd like to figure out how to save the ship and then make like a fleet of the same exact ship across the board, and then just kind of go bananas if we can. That's the plan. We'll see how that plan comes to reality here, but that's what I would like to do if I can. So we'll drop that one down there, bam. All right, that's all hooked up. Let's go ahead and take a look at our pipes here. So we have our fuel, which needs to go all the way to all the fuel guys, all the way there. Boom, 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 boom. Fantastic. We have more fuel that is necessary. That's going to go over to there and connect into that line. Okay. Our oxygen lines need to all hook up together. So got that. Then we'll have this oxygen go up into there as well. We have our CO2. So that's going to come out of there, go into that. And then this one's going to dump into that. And then this is going to be for water. And it's going to take a little bit for all this to get built up and established and stuff. I also should get some drones at some point. And maybe there'll be a little drone bay here. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, God. All right, I think we have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're gonna go anyway, because we're gonna die here if we don't. So let's prepare to jump. Jump away. And then hopefully we can prepare to jump through the other part here and get repaired. And we're gonna jump through the Stargate. All right, we'll let our drones go in and do some work. Oh, we got our Temptress here doing some drone work to help us out. That's beautiful. We love to see it. And then we'll repair all of the things. Then we'll go to Stargate, cell 14. And that means we probably need to get a little bit more, don't we? Because we need 19 or something like that. All right, so we need 5 more. Let's go ahead and get ready to jump. We're gonna jump through Stargate. Boo, boopity boo, boopity boo, boopity boopity boo. And then we got to jump over into this spot here. I suppose, let me pull up our tactical stuff. We still have plenty of bullets, okay. I was a little worried about the bullets parts of this. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get in tactical mode. Let's not get in tactical mode, let's just jump. There we go, okay. So these guys are doing their thing. We're just gonna leave that be and hope and pray that that's all good. I'm gonna see if we can buy some more spacesuits. Confirm those. Okay, and we just started waiting on stuff right now. Oh, this also needs an FTL drive, so buy all of that. Do we have any storage available? This can be food. Our FTL drive is going to just exist over here for now, and our small storage crate will be right next to it. And we just need to hook up cables for that. Okay, that's easy. And then once this is installed, we can put the FTL fuel there. All right, as far as storage goes, I want to set a spot up for just our fuel. Put it right back here. Why is that not... did I not have that hooked up right? Oh, I didn't connect the pipes. Idiot. There we go. Okay. So now we should have oxygen coming on board. Oh, I need batteries too. I didn't even think about that. So we need to go in and get some batteries. I want to get drones if we have them. I don't need 6 of them. Do 2 drone bays and we'll buy all the drones. Drone bays, will they fit over here? That's... I would love to be able to place them in there if I could. Oh, they also need exit space, so no, that's not going to work. So we're going to try to get that 1 and 2, and then storage for drones. We'll just put that over there. And then I need cables. Now the real question comes, do I just need to go fly around and just keep hoping that we get all this stuff taken care of, or what's the deal here? Because we have lots of stuff we need to buy, and I don't know if we just auto buy it, if that works for us or not. Go back over to defense. We have Gatling guns, we have all that stuff. Yes, yes, yes. I want to try deflectors. We don't have any of those, and I want to see what they do. We could put a spacesuit thing there. So we got that. Okay, and then we'll put a storage area for spacesuits. It can just exist over here. And that's already right on the main pipeline. Fantastic. And then I need to install batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like to get more soon, but we don't have the option for that yet, so no more yet. All right. I think our foundry ship, please, yes. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We're going to go back to the Stargate, because it's already taken on plenty of damage. This ship is not designed for this type of activity. It's just not good enough for it. Come on, baby, align faster. All right, we're jumping out of there. Hopefully we'll be okay. And then I want to jump through the Stargate itself. Okay, we have that. That's great, 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 great. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, we'll repair all of that. What's going on with the power here? All right. We have a fuel cell over here that is not connected over that one. I'm just going to connect these together as one system. So now we have power back on board, because we had an issue where we didn't have that. Stargate's losing power. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on here? Okay, we're back up and running. Whew, that was concerning. All right, let's go in and take a look. Stargate, sell all 16. Cool. The Stargate's currently shut down because we didn't have power to it for a little while, but that's okay. And that should complete phase 6? Yeah, or 7. I don't know which one we're on. All right, so that was phase 6. Fantastic. Really happy about that. We got our industry rankings up. Cool. And I'm happy with this ship right now. I'm not going to really do too much more with this. We do have our sleek hull in the thing. Let's just take a look real fast. What do we have that we can install? We have storage crates. So how many storage crates do we have on this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into logistics. AG Foundry, going to go to that. And we'll put 10 over. And they take them up the drones. The drones go and fly out and go over to our new hotness. Ooh, we got a phone call coming in from our dude. Very impressive samples. Of course they are. Rumors that there's going to be a flow under control. Okay. Okay. All right, we got full ownership of a foundry, it looks like. Okay. Oh, we got Commander Harkin now. Shipyards that are currently being operated by pirates. Great. Shuttle on the way. Surveying equipment on board. The equipment can only be used in a new sector. You need to send a ship through the Stargate to start surveying. Okay. Thank you, I guess. All right, let's go ahead and reassign some of this stuff. So that's going to be bullets, cannon shells, cannon shells, cannon shells, bullets, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side again. Bullets, cannon shells, cannon shells, cannon shells, bullets. I want to go back over to... Well, what do we have that we just got? Get this thing. Where does that thing go? Or where can I make it go? So I think I'll probably put it towards the front. Maybe I'll just make this flatter and do that. I'm not worried about that right now. And we need a supercomputer. And that can just kind of chill over here. So we got that. All right. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything else that we can... Yes, and there's stuff we can trade for here. Not that. I want... All right, and then I'm going to go back over to the Foundry ship. We are going to transfer one other thing over here. Logistics. I want one more of the storage crates. That storage crate's going to go in the front of the ship, and it's going to store all of the railgun slugs. All right, so let me get out of that. Right click on that. Railgun. Cool. Now we should be able to clear out that area a bit more. We have lots of oxygen. That's getting loaded on board this thing, so it's going to take a little while to do that. And I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to use all the things that we have here. If we go to habitation layers, there's a small little habitation layer that has some sewage associated with it, so that might be a problem. I might need to put the sewage pipe somewhere around here. Just taking a look. Yep, that will work. If we get the sewage pipe over here, do all that. I don't know if these thrusters here are actually able to be reached either. That's one of my concerns, but we'll figure that out here, I guess. Got another huge tank. Buy all the batteries I possibly can. Don't need any more of those. Don't need that. Don't need that. I may need that stuff, but not yet. Yep, I need that. Take that stuff on board as well. Take another spacesuit, sure. Take another 5 crew or so. Take, oh no, we already have full weapons officers, so we're good there. And I'm going to use this ship, I think, as the basis for the next round of stuff. Like, we need a lot more, we need a lot of stuff still. So maybe we can just jump around. So let's fire up our FTL drives and just go over to another shipyard and see if they have stuff that we can buy. So let's see. Got another huge tank that we can get. Cool. Actually, we don't need 5 of those. We only need 3. Actually, let's just take all 5, because once we get rid of that long-range thingy, we can go ahead and do that. Oh, I need thrusters. And, like, cannons for days. But hopefully all this stuff gets installed quickly. Oh, look, we can get those in there. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know if we would be able to or not. We got another thruster that we could theoretically throw on. Yep, I'll put another one in there. It doesn't bother me. 1 iota. Alright, so I need more storage for spacesuits as well here. Alright, I am going to set up a little storage area for more oxygen, I think. Then we have our water. Oh, no, I don't have a loader? Boom, buy that. Defense-wise, yep, I'll take another one of those, I'll take another one of those, I'll take all of this stuff. And this is why we need lots of crew, because when we get deliveries of all that stuff, it's a lot. All right, so we've got Gatling guns, Gatling gun, batteries. We can install some batteries here. Here we go. So we got 9 batteries sitting there. Our generator. I'm not sure how I put space in the generators there, but whatever. And that should just be water. The real question right now is, do I want to go with some of these other things? Let me actually go over to our foundry ship here and just see what it would take to make Collector has 6 frames, 6 energy coils, 6 lenses. We can make all kinds of cool stuff. That's really fun. All right, not worried about that. And this fabricator can make not as much. Okay. Trade. Let's see if we sell stuff. I don't want to sell anything crazy yet because we have stuff we need to do. And taking a look over here, we have new things that we can do. So we have this thing, which require. Okay, so we have a ship that does do that stuff, but we need to get that gas. And that is the Temptress, right? That we have that on? No. It's the gas collector. All right, but we'll need to have some Gatling guns to protect the ship. And we probably want to throw some thrusters and stuff on it. So let's go ahead and get some thrusters. And then I want Gatling guns. And then we need some bullets. Get all of those just because we will need that stuff. And let's go ahead and just install all of the things that we need to install. Where am I going to put that? I think I can move this guy over to here. Let me just take a look at the pipes here. Yeah, okay. So we're going to disassemble this one. And while that's all happening, we'll get our cables set up for this stuff. All right, we got that. Let's go ahead and get our other Gatling gun in here. We don't really have any protection at the front, but maybe we'll be okay. All right, it's not symmetrical and it's bothering me greatly, but we're going to ignore it. We're going to ignore it because it's just a me problem. It's not a real problem. Even though I hate it so much. Let's see, that has nothing on there, so let's put bullets in that. And we got that. Okay. Our mining station, we still didn't really do anything with this. We could set this up more to do more things, but I'm not worried about it right now. It's fine. This bad boy. Let's see if we get any more stuff in the way of defense. I don't need that. I definitely need that. Definitely need that. Boom, boom, boom. We're burning through cash, but it's okay. It's for a reason. Let's go to recipes and see if we can make cannons. No, we can't make our own cannons. We can do cannon shells. All right, so we can do that. Explosives require... Oh, okay. So I think we're just going to FTL around and just go to different spots and see if they will have the things that we need to have, that we can trade with them to buy all the stuff that I want. Trade, defense is all I really care about. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So I just need one more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I only have 5 of these guys as far as crew goes. So let's just double check that. Yeah, I need 2 more. And this ship is going to rock and roll here real soon. The only other thing I want to do is go into our habitation layer and make sure that we can do the other piece of this. So a sewage pipe, a water treatment plant. We're going to need a couple of tanks for that. The water purifier. Yep. And then that. Is that all we need? I think that's all we need. Okay. Yeah, give me that. I'm sorry this isn't like a exciting one as far as doing things, but I really, really want to try to see if we can establish some type of flow here that gets this place doing what we need it to do. So I'm going to go ahead and install pipes. Now that should start filling up. All right, then we have our water purifier. Takes dirty water from sewage. No, wastewater treatments. Takes sewage from, yeah, that's what we need. So that's going to go there. We'll get another tank. So I want to get a huge tank, I think. And it's going to go right there. No, I don't want a huge tank. I want a medium tank. So we'll get that thing hooked up to power. We'll connect our sewage pipes into there. We'll install a medium tank right there. Have the wastewater go right into that. And then we have our water purifier. Needs power. That's easy part. Our pipes, we're gonna have the water come there and go into that. And then we just need to hook. Oh no. Okay. So that needs to come up. Oops. That needs to go there. And into there. There we go. Okay. Easy enough. Do we have storage? Do a small storage crate, I guess. Though we do have this one here that we can use as compost. So make that as our compost. Then we'll install our hydroponic garden. Right there. And I would like to put another one on the other side if we can. Let's go in and go to defense here. Another cannon. Don't mind if I do. Buy all those up. Oh, I need one more of the... there we go. We got that too. Cool. And I have no idea if this is a good design for any of this stuff. I'm just playing with it. And I want to get one more thruster too, because we have one at the bottom. We have one here. I need to get another one up there. That's fine. So the thruster is going to go there. We'll go with our cables and just make sure it's tied in there. Okay. I'm going to go with the recipes thing and the hyperspace long range. I don't know what it does. That's the problem. But we can go and edit the ship. So let's go ahead and go with more hull here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Whew. Everything just disappeared there for a second. All right, so that's all become floor. That will all become floor. Confirm that. All right, there we go. Now I should be able to install these other pieces and have it work without problems. So let's do that there, and I'm going to come back once we have the rest of this, and we'll resume from there. All right, so we fast forwarded here. We have a couple of changes that I made that I want to just go over real fast because I made changes and I want to tell you about them. First off, I enclosed this area and got some more engines. I flew the ship around just a little bit while I was waiting for some more cannons and shells and stuff to show up, and it was really slow. So we added on more engines, so it goes faster. It's still not the fastest, and I had some more thrusters, and it's semi-maneuverable. I believe we added another one of these. I don't remember exactly, but that's there. Added a spacesuit storage crate because we have only 29 spacesuits and we have 46 people on board right now. So that's a little bit of a problem. We also massively upgraded this whole thing because if you take a look right now, we have a whole bunch of people unloading cannon shells and all that. This is almost filled up. Uh, but once they're all done their jobs, which should be any moment now, hopefully. There we go. All right, so when we go into battle stations here, you can see that we only have 4 people, 3 people, 5 people, like not doing something actively right now. So I needed to add on more of these because otherwise I needed much, much more in the way of crew. And this is already, I think the biggest crew I've ever had is around 50. So this is a really big crew, and we need to deal with that. I've also come to the conclusion here that I'm going to need to build out a more sizable fleet. Not something gunship massive like battleship like this thing where you can just broadside and just have cannons unload on whatever it is. But what I think I've determined is we're going to need to get more ships. It could either be more of these, which I don't think is necessary, or more smaller fighters, like ships at half this size that require minimal crew, minimal effort overall, that we can hopefully kind of keep in line here. If we do that, this ship then becomes the vessel that we carry all of that deals with all the other ships and gets them kind of going there. So that may be what we need to do. I also had an FTL drive because I don't think I had that last time. So I'm just going to quickly add on some storage for some of these other potential items that we might need. Because what I'm thinking of is this ship, while it's going to be the battleship, the main thing, it can also be the main cargo ship to transport stuff. There's not a ton of cargo that we can sit on here, but there's enough, I think, that will be okay, and we have space for all the things. So I'm going to order up more water, more oxygen, more fuel, kind of try to load these things fully out if I can, and then we'll kind of take a look and see. Let's take up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 25 oxygen. We have 25 minus 4, so 21 of those, and 25 water. So I'm going to see if I can order those things first. Water, we'll just take away 2. Cool. Fuel. There's 21 fuel, and oxygen was the other one. I forgot for a second, I'm sorry. So we'll confirm all that, and hopefully that's going to fill this up. I know we still have tons of water available in this tank here. Nice thing is we still have lots of CO2. Our storage stuff otherwise is doing all right, but I'm hoping we're good there. I also added some more generators on here and some more batteries just because, and I think we got all of that stuff outfitted and set. I don't believe there are any other major changes that were made. I apologize for not recording those, but it just seems kind of unnecessary to record literally every single possible thing right now. So what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to export this ship so it's on my personal collection so I can pull it up. And if we wanted to make, like, let's say, like a fleet of like 3 or 4 of these things, in theory, we could. So I'm going to hit escape here. We're going to go to export ship. We're going to create a new export. We're going to Red Moon Rocket. And we're just going to call it Battleship. And sure, create new export. Okay, so if I go to fabricate ship, look, it's right there. It costs $8.4 million. That's amazing. But look, I couldn't afford it. I could get 3 more of these things and outfit them. I'd still need a lot of crew and all that other stuff, but I could do it. I am going to look up some fighters and just see, like, if there's these little heavy fighters, a light fighter, no. Hawk light fighter, no. Those are all community ones. Thank you, Orion Industries and Johnny Struggles, for having some funny ones there. The teeny fighter, I think we tried that before. Wasn't really a fan of that. And the fighter launcher, I don't know how to do anything with that because I don't know how to make fighters. I don't think I have access to it. So I search fighter. Like, I don't have the ability to manufacture any of those right now. I'm assuming that comes at later stages of the game. We're still in this one where we need to make all of these things. Now, what my hope is here is that we can get all these ships together. We have our foundry ship, which does have some of the stuff on board, so we can start making some things. And then we have our... Oh, is there a way to rename this? Can I rename it? Schematic, jobs, atmosphere, no. Okay. I don't know how to rename it, but if I could, I would rename that so we have that one there. Can I click up there? I don't know how to do that. I'm sure there is a way, but I'm just not that smart. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to buy some more ships, is my plan here. I I hope. So let's go ahead to fabricate a ship. Again, I'm just trying to search for things that might make sense. Like that thing's cool looking. That thing's cool looking. But again, these are some monster ships that cost crazy money. Like this one's $21 million. That's insane. So we're gonna go back to the fighters because if we can load out a whole bunch of these, like these guys are pretty cheap. So I can do that. Just double click. Or nope, it's loading. It's doing something. And hopefully I'm not gonna lose my recording here. There we go. All right, oh, there it is. Look at it, it's coming along. Okay, so we need fuel. We need a crew. And I think all of this stuff is cannon shell. Oh, we got a Gatling gun there too. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our crew. I don't know how many we'll need, but we'll get 5, I guess. Okay, we'll get some fuel on board. Get some water on board. No, we don't even need that. We don't even need that. This crew is just going to transport back and forth from our other ship. We don't need to feed them or do anything crazy special with this. What we do need is bullets, which we don't have any because I bought them all. And nope, we don't have any of those. Okay, but at least we can get this ship on board online here. I should probably order some oxygen as well. And we'll do all of that stuff. All right, so we should have a... there's my shuttle coming on board. There we go. Oh, we do need food. So we'll do that. Now these guys are fully online. It's low fuel. That's fine. We can get more fuel. We have no FTL charges. I actually don't need to have FTL charges because when we go up to our main ship here and I fire up the FTL drive, I can bring all of these ships along and just use this one, which I also realized means that I can, in theory, jump more quickly because I can fire up one FTL drive, jump, use another FTL drive, jump, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of where my brain's at with this right now. I may pull up some FTL drives for this guy just to make sure we have some of the basics. I thought I ordered water. Didn't I order water? I could have sworn I ordered water. All right, so we need water. I'll order like 2 FTL charges. We'll get some more fuel. And we'll just double check. Oh, we got cannon shells. See, that's what we need. And bullets. Confirm all that. There we go. And we see we have the little things there to do that. Our fuel tank's filling up. Fantastic. And I don't believe these guys have much in the way of ammo right now. So that's great. I'm happy with that. I'm going to fabricate another ship and we're going to go with the fighter. Or, you know what I should do? I should... We do have this. I also should also mention I retrofit these guys to get, instead of producing the resin, I changed this ship so it now has 6 of these. I'm trying to build up more of this stuff because we're unloading a whole bunch of this. So we're unloading the refined metron, or whatever it's called, because this one is the capacitor. Not that, my bad. For Stargate here, I'm all over the map right now. But this guy, we need to have this thing, and to get that thing, we need a shielded canister and we need something. I forget what we need, but there's a reason why I need to have this stuff. So I'm just kind of hedging my bets and getting that out of there. But we're going to go ahead and fabricate a ship here. Go with our fighter. We did the heavy fighter from there, so I'm just going to double click on that. It will materialize here in a moment. So we're going to go over to crew. We'll grab 5 of those, 5 of... Oh, I guess I can't do anything yet because the ship hasn't materialized. There we go. All right, now we can go in and output all this stuff. So we're going to trade. We'll go crew. I want 5 spacesuits and 5 crew. We need fuel. So I'll get 5 of those. We need water. Just grab 2 of those. We need food. Just 2 of those will be fine. We need bullets. Grab all of those. We need cannon shells. Ooh, that's a lot of cannon shells. I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of those, but I'll grab as much as I can. What else do we need? Oxygen. And I'll grab 5 of those. Okay. That hopefully will get this ship online. And we may grab some FTL drives as well, or fuel, because we do have that on board. And then what we can do with that is we can jump over to where we're needing to be. So I'm just going to grab 2 of those. Engines and generators are coming online, or reactors, whatever they are, coming online. Cool. Everything's getting output. You can see this is, I think these lines here are the amount of ammo they have. So it looks like we're good on that. These guys are loaded up. All right. So I'm going to jump over sector map. We're going to go over here. Prepare jump. We will jump. And where is our other ones? So, oh, it's right there. Okay. So one thing I need to experiment with here is how all of this works together. So I'm going to let these guys kind of fly themselves back over here. And I want to eventually get a bunch of these things. This guy may have jump over. This ship is essentially useless right now. My plan for this ship is to turn it into our munitions manufacturing area. Oh, that's why I was getting that gas. Because we go into recipes and I need bullets. For bullets, you need explosives. And for explosives, you need the refined stuff to go to the chemical lab. Oh, I was doing that wrong. Okay, let me go back there. All right, we're going to change this over. We're going to make this explosives, 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 explosives. Guess what you're getting? Explosives. Guess what you're getting? Explosives and explosives. Okay. Then we can change all of these into just... I was going to do something different with this, but it doesn't make sense because I can store explosives in these things. So we'll just load all of this up. We're going to change the storage area here to explosives. There they are. Boom. But we can also change this one to explosives. There we go. All right, that's going to keep these guys busy for a little bit of time. You can see this thing is filling up hopefully rather quickly. And we're going to be starting to make explosives. You can see it goes pretty quick. So there we go. Our first round of explosives is coming out. And we'll load that up and then we'll load these guys up. And I'm quite excited about all of that stuff. And there's bullets being stored there for some reason. I don't know why that is. I suppose what I should do is put bullets just like in here. And then we can change this one over to be explosives as well. Now, in a perfect world, I wouldn't have to do any of this. I could just have it go out and do its thing, but that's not how this one's going to operate. We're going to have this be able to go from place to place, or this guy's going to stay where it's at, and we're going to need the rest of this to kind of do its thing. And I think we'll be okay. Just going to require a little bit more time here. But I'm happy that this thing's getting used up. These guys are very quickly loading their refined stuff onto there, and we can take a look at our pipes here. So, nope. There we go. All right, now that should be going. This thing should be shooting up real fast now. Oh, yeah. Because then I can take this stuff, I can put it onto a cargo ship, transport it over to a place where we have mining operations going, and then from there, it'll be real good. So we have our mining ship here. That we're going to have jump over into a sector where we can mine. So probably out here would be best because we need to combine those. But before we do that, I'm going to jump over to a shipyard. And I have so many plans for what I want to do. It's just a matter of trying to get them done. All right, but we're going to go ahead and fabricate a new ship. We're going to choose the fighter again. I like having standard things. It makes me happy. So we'll do that. Go in. It is ready to roll here. So then we can go trade. Look at our crew. 5 of you. 5 spacesuits. We need... Let's go over to habitation because that's more important. 2, 2, 5. Defense-wise, we'll grab all of that. Grab that. What else do I need? Fuel. And we need FTL drives. Or charges, should I say. And, oh, we don't need that many crew. We have the weapons officers. Okay. I did not realize that before, so that's good. So crew, we can hire all of those guys. And then let's go back to these ones, and I'm gonna hire... Ooh, hold on. Okay, I think they're good. Like, the oxygen's... Is it on board this ship, or what's going on here? No, we need to have spacesuits. Okay. So that got there. We have 8 crew right now because we still need a spacesuit for that one. So these guys here, I want to hire spacesuits. Well, I don't want to hire spacesuits. I want spacesuits, and then I need what are they? I don't even remember what they're called. Weapons officers. Confirm. Okay. It'll take a little while to get the rest of those guys there, but that's fine. Then this one still needs its stuff, and this one is ready to roll. So we're gonna jump over. Join the rest of these. Cool beans. And once we get all of these ships outfitted, which I'm not going to force you to see here, I just want to kind of just play with the ideas of what we have here. So we have these ships. They look gorgeous and beautiful and wonderful. I'm going to go back to our battleship here. But when I go to T for tactical, you can see I have a combat fleet AI, so I can turn that on. I can also do fleet formation. When enabled, all ships within the system will fly together in close formation and following the lead ship, whichever is you are directly controlling. So I can do that, and look at them. They all come in together. Oh, it's so cool. All right, I'm gonna turn that off for now. But that's super neat. But I am going to take my fighter here. I'm just going to push it a little closer. Mainly for the screenshots, sorry. No, turn off fleet formation. There we go. Got that coming in. Got this one coming in. We'll push it back a little bit. Then this one's going to come down a little ways. Maybe back a little bit. And look at that. I am beyond thrilled we have this set up right now. I'm so ready to rock and roll with all of this. Let's take a look here. This one still has 8 crews, so I need to see if it has spacesuits. Can I manufacture spacesuits? I don't even know if I can. Because I can do that. I'd rather just make them real fast. But no, it doesn't look like I can do that. Okay, so certain things you just got to trade for. Certain things you got to wait on. Whatever. We have a relatively formidable force here. The only other thing I want to see is if I do this and go into tactical. Oh, that's right. The fleet combat AI enabled. Other ships will take care of themselves during combat, moving to optimal range, engaging in the best way they can. Okay, that's great because we can have our main ship do that, and I would like to have a rotating crew of stuff go over here to do all the things they need to do. But we are down to $19.5 million, and I think we've done all the things that we need to do with this. The only thing I'm going to do is grab some more FTL stuff so we can get those warnings off there, because I don't know why, but those warnings really bother me. So I'll make sure they have 5 on board there. This one has 1, so I'll order another 4 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one I think has... Oh, it only has 1. Okay, so trade FTL. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. Look at our ships, baby. It's beautiful. It's lovely. All of the things that we want to have happen are happening right now. And I couldn't be more excited for what we have coming up. But that's going to be a story for another time. Folks, thank you as always for joining me. I really deeply appreciate your time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.